Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the September 19th edition of Carolina Week.
Reporter Susan Tart goes behind the scenes with the ALE to explain why drinking tickets are on the rise.
I'm Katie Miller, and I'll tell you why this glass of milk is a little bit different than this one.
In sports, one Tar Heel team has a new head coach, and I'm not talking about football.
Weathercaster Lara Pagano will have your Carolina Week 4-day forecast.
All that and a story that might bug you. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Sara Huffman.
And I'm Adam Rhew. Thank you for joining us. The bars downtown are always full of students at the beginning of the school year, and many of those students are underage. Our Susan Tart joins us from a popular spot on West Rosemary Street. Susie?
Adam, I'm out here at Bob's right now. A lot of people have just gotten off of work and are enjoying a cold beer. And this is one of the bars in Chapel Hill where no underage citations have been issued yet this year.
For some students, drinking and going to bars is just as much a part of college as classes. But lately, students aren't the only ones at the bars. Officers such as Mitch McKinney are enforcing the law to keep underage students from drinking.
They're just simply not as mature, and they make poor decisions sometimes, and you mix alcohol into that environment and it lowers their inhibitions. They end up consuming more, and they end up usually causing a lot more problems.
Anna Dennis disagrees. She says she was drinking responsibly when McKinney gave her a ticket.
I wasn't driving. I wasn't making a fool of myself, doing anything ridiculous like dancing on tables or throwing up in a bar. They just saw me drinking a beer in a bar.
Police records show that within the first month of school, officers have issued 41 underage possession tickets. That's nearly a third of the number given during the year thus far. Dennis believes giving students tickets won't keep them out of the bars.
The bars have to let people underage in or they won't make any money because it's a college town, and if they only let in actual age people, they would get the senior class and some grad students. Not even a lot of grad students because they're usually in the library studying.
A law passed in December has made it easier to give citations at places other than bars. This month, officers have given tickets at quick stops such as Key Food Mart and restaurants such as Monterey.
There aren't many students out here right now, but come tonight, it'll get pretty packed.
Susan, will this have a big effect on Franklin Street nightlife?
Well, Adam, it's too soon to tell. But what it means is whether you're holding a drink in your hand or not, if you've been drinking and you're underage, you can get a ticket.
Carolina Week, Susan Tart, thank you.
Chapel Hill police are looking into allegations of prostitution at a downtown business. Detectives want to know what's going on behind the doors of the University Massage Parlor on West Franklin Street. The investigation comes after an opinion piece about the shop in last week's Daily Tar Heel. Columnist James Dillard wrote that a woman at the parlor offered sex acts in exchange for cash. A police spokesman refused to comment about the case because it's still in progress. This fall is the first semester the UNC Study Abroad office is offering students green passports. Although it isn't a real passport, which are blue, the Green Passport is a program that encourages students going abroad to consider ways to help the environment. The program educates students about sustainable travel concepts. Some UNC students are already participating in the program. Study Abroad Director Rodney Vargas says students need to make a bigger effort to go green while overseas.
If they keep the same habits that they have in the U.S., if they're going to be driving, each one will be driving a car, and this will have a really big impact on the environment.
To learn more about the Green Passport Initiative and other Study Abroad programs, you can check out the Study Abroad Fair this Friday. It's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Student Union.
While some students are going green overseas, some Chapel Hill residents are spending more green to make their diets organic. Reporter Katie Miller went to Weaver Street Market to find out more.
Most of us think eating fruits, veggies, and lean meats contributes to a healthy lifestyle. Well, it does. But some people say you can make even better choices. Today, more and more people shop at stores such as Weaver Street Market and make organic foods part of their diet. That's because synthetic fertilizers and pesticides aid the growth of conventionally grown fruits and veggies, and farmers give growth hormones and antibiotics to livestock so the animals grow larger and stay disease-free. That might sound good, but pesticides can cause premature births. Growth hormones can cause early onset puberty in girls, and antibiotics given to animals can cause antibiotics to be less effective in humans. Student Colette Lowe makes organic products part of her everyday diet.
Health-wise, it's to stay away from hormones, antibiotics, anything that's gone through the animal and to you.
Organic food is a bit more pricey.
Really hard to buy the one that's more expensive, but if you know that it's going to be better for you, then it seems worth it.
Let's take a look at these 2 glasses of milk. They look the same, but this one is organic. The animal that this came from was not given growth hormones or antibiotics. It tastes great too. So next time you head to the grocery store, give organic a try. In Chapel Hill, I'm Katie Miller, Carolina Week.
Organic food products are now one of the fastest growing sectors of agriculture.
Looking for more ways to help the environment? Why don't you save your garbage? Take a bucket of eggshells, toss in some greens, add a heap of coffee grounds, and garnish with a banana peel. These ingredients make a healthy meal, not for you, but for your yard. Demonstrations like this one teach locals how to make their own compost. These workshops are held each fall and spring at the Chapel Hill Learning Garden. For more information, go to our website, www.carolinaweek.org. This week starts a month-long protest of the Iraq War by the UNC chapter of Students for a Democratic Society. Today, SDS hosted a noontime rally and a die-in in the pit. Students like this one lie in the pit as representatives of the Iraq War casualties. But ROTC student Stanley Allen says the protest didn't change student opinions.
I'm indifferent to it because people have the right to free speech and freedom of expression. And as I personally support the troops, so it will not affect me in any way.
SDS members plan to travel to the White House next weekend to rally with other student protesters. Orange County is now a federal disaster hour, but there's no storm to blame.
Up next, we'll tell you about some serious effects from the drought.